You say you want equal rights? That means I could beat the shit out of you, right?
All right, that's not how it works. Men can't just willy nilly beat girls now. It's basically men are allowed to defend themselves against women. Yeah, I'm a firm believer in self defense. If you're a man beating a woman, then you're a terrible person. But if you're defending yourself against a woman, then you're doing the right thing. If you're a woman abusing a man, then you're a terrible person. But if you're defending yourself against a man, I'm sorry for you, uh, and so forth. It's all about self-defense. It's not about willy-nilly going around attacking women because usually it's crazy people who do that, and we all know what side the crazies are all on. They're all Democrats, just like my crazy upstairs neighbor who has been in a psych ward now for 4 months. He's on his fifth month in the psych ward. It's been peaceful since he hasn't been here. Anything else I can add? But I had to defend myself against him, and I also had to defend another person who lived in the building against him. So that other person was an old man. He had just beaten cancer. Guy's in his 70s. He's a good dude, and he's my best friend. But well, not my best friend, but he's my best friend here in the town that I live in. You know, but anyways, my best friend lives in another town in Maine. But um, anyways, so after that scuffle, we had to call the cops and explain to them what happened, and they told me that next time I'd be arrested for disorderly conduct, and I said, well, then I'd be willing to get locked up for that, and I would basically sue because I was defending myself in my hallway against a lunatic, which you know, what pisses me off about that whole situation? He had been going crazy for 3 weeks. It took them 3 weeks to haul him off to the loony bin. 3 weeks. He destroyed the yard. He destroyed the hallway. He just destroyed everything. He even smashed one of the windows in his apartment. So it's like, eh. But anyways, I know I went off on a tangent, but that's basically just the most recent time I had to defend myself against someone who was crazy, and I was not scared. I was angry because he's an idiot. But anyways, I recommend self-defense for everybody, and I recommend that um, nobody goes around assaulting people because it's wrong. You could go to jail, but still. But yeah, it took him 3 weeks. This guy even set this guy even set a fire in the hallway. He burnt up a newspaper and caused a lot of smoke in the hallway. I called the fire department. They hauled him out of his apartment. They smelt the paper. There was a lot of smoke. He was burning paper. Oh man, that guy was trying to burn down his house. This guy was trying to burn down the apartment building. Yeah, that night was terrible. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Told him, nope, calling the cops. I don't care. But anyways, I know I went off in the weeds, but as I said, self-defense is always good. Um, just treat people with respect and pray for their souls because this country needs it. There's a lot of bad things going on, and I wouldn't want to see anybody get hurt. I want everybody to live in peace and harmony. Listen to their music. You know, if you're having a bad day, just turn on your favorite music and listen to it. I recommend the gospel. It'll help. I recommend finding Jesus, reading the Bible, because it definitely helped me. It will help you. Um, but I'm out of here now. It's been 5 minutes. I went off in the weeds, so